Hey guys, check it out. Super excited today. I have finally received these LED strip lights I ordered on AliExpress. Took about 2 months for them to arrive, but finally they arrived. So let's go and test them out. Okay, so here we go. So there's 4 lights all up. 2 of them are 60 LEDs and the other 2 are 120 double. Now they both come inside this, looks like an aluminium alloy container, sort of a casing with plastic top and the sides as well. Now I was able to order these without the cables, with the cables on either end or just one end, and also with JST plugs as well. So I opted to go just cables on either end. That way I can loop them up and use them up that way. They're both, or they're all of them are 12 volt. So they'll run off my 12 volt step down converter, no problem at all. They also come with this bag with goodies. Alright, now let's have a closer look at this, see what we got on the inside. Try to keep it in the camera. There's a little plug, oh yeah, that just pulls straight out. There we are, let me spin around so you can see it better. It's not real focusing, but get the idea. And then what we got is, it's like this plastic just kind of pulls out. Let me see, I'll get my finger out of the way shortly. There we are. Voila. There's the LEDs just in there. So it looks like this might be the 120 LED strip. But we'll test it out. Let's put that back in. Just clips in pretty much. There we are. Nicely, and then that's something like that. It's not in all the way. There we go. Now it's in. Beautiful. Alright. So we've got 2 of them, as I said, 60 LEDs, and the other ones are 120. I wonder what the other ones looks like, just for comparison wise. Let's open this one up and have a look. It's the same as well. So that's the 120 LEDs. I might leave that one open so we can compare. Let's see this one then. Pop it open. Yeah, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. This is the 60 LED, and then I'll put them side by side. Awkward, but here we go. So we've got the 120 up on the top and the 60 LED down the bottom. Alright, let's plug them in and see what they're like. Okay, now let's have a look. So we got the 60 LED and 120 here. Now I grab my trusty fan that I use for extracting the fumes when I'm soldering. That's running on 12 volts. So plug that. Made that myself too. It's pretty cool. Does the trick. Quickly show you. In this box, I got the batteries, 2 sets. Those ones I've taken out, I had to use them in something else, but I'll put them back afterwards. So they're basically the 18650s. The ones that I didn't get to use in my wall, sorry, in my brick. And these are great just for general use like this. So running them in series, 3.7 volt each, so it gives me about 12 point something volts. So works out well for 12 volt. Those plastic little adapters, I've got them off eBay as well. Just use solder to hook up the wires, solder the wires on there, and yeah, just run a bit of sticky tape at the back to hold the wires in place, and that does the trick quite well, running them in series. So this is usually my system that I have set up. Using the old, I think they're JST. I know the JST are the red ones. These are the JST, but I think these are kind of, these ones, I think they're kind of JST, I don't know. I used to use them for my little quadcopter, so my drone, when I was back into my drone days, and I had some left over, so I thought, you know what, might as well use them up and put them in good use. So that is my temporary / permanent 12-volt system setup, and the way they are running out of this hole. So basically we've got the one, we've got the first and the second one, and then I've got those little connectors as well, so I can keep the voltage of each cell balanced, so I can hook up my balancer onto there, and I can also hook up my meter on there. I keep it inside the plastic just to, I don't know, I'm a wog, I like to keep things in plastics. Just to keep it much more cleaner, I guess. And what I do when I use those batteries for the fan or whatever, I just hook that up onto that little balancing port, and then it gives me the voltage, and you can actually set that up. There's heaps of YouTube videos on it, so I won't talk much about it, but you can put an alarm on there as well, so if it goes to a certain, if the batteries drop to a certain voltage, it starts beeping like crazy, so you know to stop. I used to use that on my little RC card that I had, the 110 scale. Hooked it up onto the battery, went crazy with the RC car, and when it started beeping, well, that was pretty much it. Had to stop, swap over the battery, or yeah, charge it up. Anyway, so all up 11.3, so not too bad, and yeah, around about 3.7, 3.8 volt per cell. Now, alright, let's have a look now. So on here, on the GST plug, I've got one of those tiny little switches. They are from JCar as well, a few dollars, I don't know, $3, $4 or something like that. Positive, negative, it's all done, you just get it as it is. It's just with the GST plugs on either end. I've got a few of those, will come in handy. And that will be my on and off switch. So let's plug that. Well, I'll show you my fan. Whack that in there. Fan with the that is a case exhaust extractor, I suppose, or heat extractor that used to be on inside the computer case. Same as the fan, 8cm fan, 80mm. So yeah, had a few of these left over from my building computer days. So here we are. Comes into another good use. So switch, turn it on, and of course air goes and flows in that way, so when I'm soldering, all the fumes get extracted away from me and out there. I know I should probably have a chute or something, like a pipe that will just extract it out, but it does the job, just goes out of my face pretty much. That was the main goal, just to get the fumes off my face, and does the job beautifully. If you want some more information on that, drop a comment on it down the bottom, and I can give you a bit more details on that. Alright, let's put that aside. Now let's test out these LED lights. So first two, we know these are 60 LEDs. Put that aside there. Let's have a look. There's a channel that I watch on YouTube. It's called Martin Johnson Off-Grid Living. He's a fantastic guy. Lives up in North America. He's building his own cabin completely off-grid, so I've been watching his videos. Quite entertaining and inspirational as well. So he's got this doll there that's he calls Safety Sally. Martin, if you're watching, good on you, mate. That's Sally, Safety Sally. She's always telling him what to do, what not to do, how to keep safe. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate this, but it's only 12 volts, so let's see if this works, how these lights, how bright they are. So if we were to plug just that into the negative and the positive, flick the switch, I'll just hold it in place with my fingers, like so. Alright, so this is the 60 LED strip. Yep. Oh, there we go. Whoa, that's bright. That's pretty bright. I can see the actual LEDs. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. If I spin it around, maybe. No, yes, no, maybe. But anyway, if I look close enough, I can see each individual LED on that one. But it's pretty bright. It's pretty good. Alright, now that's the other 60 LED. Just make sure it works. So positive, negative. Yeah. And if I can get, I don't want to stuff this up, I don't want to short circuit it anyway. So maybe I'll flick this off first. Safety Sally says flick it off. Switch off the switch and then get the right hole. And oh yeah, there we are. Cool. That one works, same, I can see the LEDs there as well. Lovely. Alright, so that's those two. Let's have a look at these 120s. How bright do they get? Yeah. I switched it off. Yes, I did. Just making sure. Martin, love your show, love your videos. Fantastic. Alright, let's have a look. 120 LEDs. Whoa! Whoa, that's bright. I can't even see those LEDs and I can't even look at that light. That's so bright. That's awesome. Oh, I just blinded myself with that one. Alright, let's switch this thing back off. I'll hit this one again. Alright, there we are. Alright, the second 120 LED strip. Oh, super bright. Alright, at least we know all four of them work. And quite well. Not bad for $5 each. So $20 worth of LEDs there. In their own casing. Waterproof. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Didn't say on the ad or the listing, but doesn't matter because it's going to be inside my little cabinet. I'll show you where I'm going to place them. All right. So been working on this. Oops, sorry, the camera a bit of shaking there. Been working on this now for a few nights since my last video. Getting there. Got these now wired in there, being held up by those little plastic clips as well that are screwed in the back of the wood here. And yeah, so we've got the negative here, positive down the bottom, and then we've got that clip or the XJ60 connector for the voltmeters that run right up the top there. Alright, so anyway, the LEDs, the LED bars we were just talking about, I'm planning to have both of them in here, one down the bottom here and the other one up the top, just so that way I can flick a switch and have them light up and I can work in there and see what I'm doing when I'm working on them. So one will sit down the bottom here. I think the 60 LED would be bright enough, so I won't put the 120s in there. 60 LEDs should do the job. I might put one just here on the bar, on this bar or wood plank that I put, just to support the batteries when they're sitting on top. So they'll go over there. Underneath I can't put, I can't put underneath because I've got all these wires going through there, so nice and tidy, just kept them out of the way. So yeah, I might just put it on this, or maybe down the bottom there, and that way it'll shine throughout the whole bottom bit of this cabinet. And the top one, well, I can't put it down the bottom there because of the back panel, because we've got all these cables and fans and what have you. So top one, maybe I'll just run it along side there. Let's see, actually let me see how long it is. This one, oh, they're both all the same length really. Yeah, let's see, if I was to run it like so, maybe I might need to cable tie it, but that should be long enough pretty much. Only it's half a meter long, 500 mil from one end to the other, which is plenty. So I'll put one there. Nah, I can't put underneath there, there's all these wires there as well. Nah, that won't be any good over there, so maybe I'll just move this one out of the way and have it sitting in the middle there. Like so, yeah. Anyway, hey guys, alright, so I've changed over the plugs on these two LED bars. I put the JST on there, soldered them on, remove the old wires, get it in focus. So remove the old wires, put the JST ones on instead. It'll be much more easier to remove, or if I need to anyway. And now let's have a look. So both of them are wired up. Let's see how many amps they use up. So if I was to, where are we? To light, change, reset to 0. Alright, let's flick it on. So just under half an amp, which is not too bad. That's the 60 LED light strips, 2 of them. There you go, so around about 400 milliamps, which is pretty good. Okay, you can see where I went wrong. That's the LED bars. That's the new wires with the JST connectors that I soldered on. Anyone pick up problem? Forgot to put these on. Oh, there's the other one. That needs to go in there. So it's just a little plug for the end of the bar. Alright, back to it. Okay, here we go. All fixed, nice and easy done. That's one end, that's the second end. I did remove it from that one there because might really need it. It's just the one loop that's going to go from the top to bottom. So now let's have a look. Turn it on. Whoa, there we go. Sweet as. Both light up and both working. Woohoo! Okay, here we go. So that's the one that's going to go up on the top, and this one's going to go down the bottom here. I did screw in these 2 brackets into the bottom of that support beam, or wood, whatever I want to call it, and this will pretty much just clip on there with those little grooves in there. So that's how it's going to stay over there. Like so, underneath of course these wires. Well, there we are. Super excited about these LED strips. Can't wait to see them in action. Oh yeah.